Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. This is an obscure, relatively new game that I found via Twitter. It's got that kind of retro, early PS1 3D style to it, almost before that, kind of like Sega Saturn level 3D. And so I'm really fascinated to check it out. I think it will be an interesting experience. Let's get started. Okay, so we're in the bottom of a lighthouse, looks like, with cloppy footsteps and some sort of quite floaty camera controls. We've got a door here, and a door here. I'm going to climb up to the top of the lighthouse first, just to see where we are. So we look out here, we're on some kind of quite tranquil island. Loving the sound effects. I always think silence is quite well used in games if it's done sparingly. Hopefully this isn't going to jump scare me too much, but okay, so we can't turn that crank. We've got some kind of record player here. Oh, okay. So we've got some kind of romantic tunes going on here. Stars Fell on Alabama or something like that. Okay, here we are. So I imagine that because this is not Dear Esther, we're not going to jump off this. But, okay, so we're on a fairly small mist-style island, I see. And they've got a house down there, a couple of other buildings. All right, well, it looks like we're going to have to head out and see what's on the island. Oop, something here. Some kind of interactivity there. Oh yeah, what's this? Some kind of stone that we need to interact with. Okay, there's going to be puzzles in this, I guess. There's going to be inventory-style stuff. Alright, well that works for me. I've played enough 2D adventure games in my time. I'm sure a 3D one is not going to make too much difference. So what's this dangling here? We've got some kind of counterweight with some sacks on it. I don't know what that's holding up, but oh, it's in 2.5D style. Excellent. So it's just facing the camera constantly. Well, what's in this little ante-room? Okay, so we're in the basement. We've got here some fuel. Looks like a still for brewing alcohol. A lamp here. Okay, we can carry the lamp with us. That's good. Watering can. Or is that like an oil can? Either way, I seem to have dropped the lamp, which is not ideal. Okay, so that's in my inventory now. Lovely. Right, so what's down under this trapdoor? Ooh. Oh, hello. I'll be honest, I don't like you. Are you going to hurt me? You seem to be just fixed to that black background, so I'll never approach you. You look like you're wearing some kind of, yeah, like housekeeper's hat. Okay, so we've got a blank wall here. Okay. No ghost on the exit, but he is there if I... Ooh, don't like that at all. Right, okay. Let's leave here and head outside. What have we got? Oh, can we not leave the lighthouse? No, looks like we need some sort of key for that. Okay, well, we've got a lamp and we've got an oil can, so I reckon that might give us some sort of opportunity with the inventory. Okay, so can we oil the gears? Doesn't look like it. Still not sure what this is exactly. Some kind of stone. Now we've got a lamp. We can kind of see what's going on. Not that it helps us much out here, because the range does not go very far. So is the gramophone just for set dressing? Is that just for entertainment purposes, or is there something else we can do with it? So it looks like that crank will lift the counterweight up here if I can spin it enough times, but it doesn't seem to be spinning when I hit the E button, so I'm assuming that we have to do something else with it at the moment. I'm going to use this oil can on those drums down there, see if I can fill them up with oil, and then I can maybe oil the gears. Aha, there we go. Right, okay. Now I have, I guess, a can full of oil. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of banging. I don't know if that's the door or if that's some kind of spooky thing that's going on in here. Doesn't seem to have helped. What if I try and use it on this? Aha! So I fueled the lamp. Okay, so the lighthouse is on. Now, I guess... I don't know how long that'll last, but I guess if we head outside, we'll be able to see a little bit more illuminated. No, just a rather directional beam of light, which I suppose is their purpose. Not sure whether that lets us do anything else with the existing items, but it seems like progress. Okay, so instead of just tapping the crank, we have to hold it. That was my mistake going into this. So we fueled up the lamp, and it should be that we can retrieve whatever this counterweight is doing fairly swiftly. And I'm not sure whether what that does. It very slowly descends, so it's acting as some kind of timer. No, you know what? I've had a thought about what that probably does. It probably makes the lighthouse spin, which is a thing they do. So there it is. Yeah, there's the counterweights. I imagine it's going to take a little while until they stop spinning, but I might as well... I can't quite top them up until they run out, strangely. But let's see what it's like up top and see if I am in fact correct. Yep, I am in fact correct. So there we are, the lighthouse is spinning. I imagine that's not the end of the game. Previous keeper disappeared. I suppose he ran away on a boat, left the duty of his, the bastard. Now there's no one on the island. I think this is actually meant to be in America, but in my mind these guys all have Norfolk accents. But you look like you know the job, do you? You should light your lamp in the evening, should keep it working until sunrise. You also should keep clean all year round, especially the lens itself. The establishment will need your assistance soon, and I'll get back here in a week. Look, don't lose your mind from low. Okay, so here we are. We are free of the lighthouse and we're on the island. We've got the suitcase here. What does that contain? Don't know if we can do anything with it. Bye-bye, Mr. Boatman. See you next week. Got some low polygon seagulls here. I'm going to chase all these guys off so they don't steal my chips. There they go. And what else have we got? No, just the suitcase as we trudge along this shingle beach. This reminds me of where my mum lives. So we've got some oars over here. I reckon those might be useful at some point. Otherwise, this is a fairly bleak little archipelago, isn't it? Enjoying the soundtrack. It's quite understated. So some more 2.5D grass. Lighthouse is up top there. Oh, I thought that was a house. No, it's just spiky rocks. And some spooky, spooky trees. Generally, islands like this tend not to have trees because the wind rips them up. I know that's the case on Orkney. And I once, viewers may not know this, but I once got offered a job on the Falkland Islands. And that was, again, the situation there. I didn't go for that one because it only had satellite internet. It was incredibly expensive. And, you know, with someone with YouTube aspirations, that's probably not a great place to live. Okay, so we got some kind of shack here. Is this our house? I hope not. It's very small. I've got some kind of... Yeah, let's have a look in here. Okay, so hammer, candle, and a spade, and a ladder. Okay, these are all somewhat useful tools, although I can't interact with any of them, but it's useful to know they're there. And some kind of trapdoor, which just contains extra sandbags. Not quite sure why, but whatever. And there's a second shack up here. Is this my house? It looks like it's got an outhouse out back. Yep, so I can sit on the throne and watch the world go by. Ugh, flies. Ooh, okay, don't jump off the cliff. Rule 1 of living on an island. Wood pile here, we can use this to heat my house, I assume. And yeah, little shack in here. Let's have a look at what's inside. Gloomy ticking clock. Some kind of code required to open the chest. I can imagine that's going to be a goal at some point. Key here. Don't know what that does. And an open book plus 2 beds. I don't imagine I'm going to be having many visitors, but thanks. Also, this mattress is filthy. Right, well. Ooh. Bizarre oil stain on the floor. Going to want to clean that up. There we go, that's better. And some kind of rotting chunk of meat. This guy really did leave in a hurry, didn't he? Honestly, couldn't even do the washing up. Not that I can see where he would. Oh, there's like a tub of water in there. Ugh, that's horrible. Okay, this is not a nice place to live, and I don't understand why I took this job. Unless I'm a real hermit, or I've got a great novel I'm working on. Well, okay, seems like we've got to grips with the shack. I'm gonna try and pop my luggage down somewhere. Can't do that. The only interactable object is the chest. So in that case, I guess we don't have much choice but to head up to the lighthouse. Here it is, fairly imposing, not quite Bioshock Infinite grade, but not a pleasant place to spend your time nonetheless. So we head in here, we got the traditional items from the tutorial, we got the lamp, and I guess we'll have the oil can somewhere. I'm not sure where. I can't remember where I got it the first time. It was on the floor. Okay, so can't get into the basement now. We did that in the tutorial, but can't do it at the moment. In which case, I'm going to head up and check out the rest of the lighthouse, see if anything else has changed. Oh! Oh, a spooky noise. Okay. Is it bad things in here? Am I going to get spooked? Okay, so let's stick on some tunes, make ourselves feel better. And the crank works as before. They head up the ladder. Okay, we've got the lamp here. Aha, here's the oil can. We will be needing that. It's out of fuel at the moment, but we're not quite night yet, so I don't feel like we have to get the lighthouse going just yet. Is there anything else up here? Doesn't look like it. Just the shrieking of the seagulls. Okay, well, let's get to work then. It's getting a little bit dim, so we'll fire up the lamp as soon as I can load this thing up with oil. And, yeah, just monitor our charge for the night. Right, so, barrel of oil here. Get that filled up. So I don't get various spooks while I climb the ladder. Okay, so I feel like we want to fuel the lamp before we started spinning. That could cause some kind of industrial fire otherwise. So find the little fueling point, load it up, and that's quite comforting. We've got some light going on now, and let's get this crank moving as well. Don't know if we can see how far up the counterweight is getting, but seems to be making good progress. And here we go. So that's a decent charge for the light spinning. There we go. So it seems like we've got decent command of this place. Might go spend the night in my house now. Don't need to monitor it. I don't think it's going. It's quite soothing having this overhead. So now I've got a lamp. I can take this into my house and I won't have to, because I don't think I've got electricity in here. It is pretty much just candles. Don't think that clock actually moves. Ah, empty. Yep, there we go. So we can unpack on the dresser there. So we got, what's that? We got some kind of penis drawing on a stone tablet. Oh, I think that's a lighthouse. And looks like, can I grab anything else? There's a pipe and a compass in there, as well as my clothes. Not sure what this does. Can I plug this in here? It looks like it might fit. Yes, I can. Looks like I'm going to need 4 of those, though, so I don't know where the rest are going to come from. Well, it's a bit of a start on the puzzling, at least. Should we make ourselves some dinner? Not got much food. Don't know how I get more food, either. There's no shop on this island. I think this spins awfully fast for a lighthouse. They tend to be a bit slower than this, don't they? I wonder how the lighthouse is getting on. Counterweight still slowly making its way down. I wonder if now that we've got it going, we can head down into the basement at all. Nope, nope, still locked. Well, no harm in... Oh. Ah, so okay, we have to head up and sit with the light once it's got going. That makes sense. Rather spooky interior of my house. The hard pixels of the low resolution polygons are really doing something for the slow zoom effect. Oh dear. Well, I knew that boat was going to be important at some point. I wasn't quite sure it was going to do that. Well, here I am. And I guess, oh, weird oil patches. Okay, we also got a key there. Pick up our lamp and our fuel supply. And first things first, we're going to want to clear up this mysterious occurrence. They obviously didn't bother to animate this. Budgets being scarce in indie game land. Oh. Where's me broom? You let me use it 3 times, but... Oh, there it is. Don't know why that disappeared out of my control. Okay, and there we are. Nice and clean. Not gonna question too much why that happened, because it might freak me out. Anything I can do around the house first? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I guess we've got to head out and check out what's going on. Ooh, hello. One of the mysterious oil patch. Wonder if I can get the broom on this outside. No, it doesn't seem like it. Just set dressing. So some kind of mysterious oil creature is after me. Got it. Oh, has something happened down here? Oh no, it looks like it's just seagulls perching on the tool shed. Got it. Oi, hop it. Well, I guess it was the boat that was going a bit crazy, so let's go down and check that out, I suppose. Given that we've got until night time before we need to fuel up the lighthouse again. Aha! So this is definitely where the oil streak has come from, and the boat has overturned. And there's a second tablet with a picture of an eye, because this is left by VFD, apparently. So Count Olaf may be involved in some way. Well, we know where that goes. That goes into the chest. I'll go and pop that in and we'll do a bit of a quick explore to see if there's anything else going on around the island. I'm going to get fit sprinting around like this all the time. Especially with the full can of oil. Okay, apparently you do run out of sprint energy eventually. So return to the shack, and in here we should be able to place the second of the mysterious round objects. I'm not quite sure what they are. Talismans, I suppose. Right. Not much else we can do in here for now. So we'll do a quick scout around to see if there's anything else weird going on. Not that I found anything so far. There's definitely something HP Lovecrafty afoot at this point. Because I don't end up with weird oil marks in my house for no reason. Okay, nothing over by the trees, so I suppose there's nothing for it but to head back over to the lighthouse and wait for the evening. So just quickly fill up the oil can. And I wonder if that will skip us forward to night time. Not quite. No, it still seems to be quite light in here. Oh, something's occurring. Some kind of cloth. Ah, do we have to go clean the lens? Oh. Oh, that's not right. There's goo all over the outside of this, outside of this lighthouse. It's like, Super Mario Sunshine's been up in here. This is the mysterious cloth of never getting dirty, no matter how much you use it to wipe up goo. So, things are getting dark, and we have cleaned up the lamp, so we should be able to get it fueled up and going. There we go, lamp on, and all the dirt removed from the windows, so it should be able to function as a lighthouse. And okay. This is unsubtle. Also, something's happened to the counterweight. That's missing. And I imagine that whatever gooey creature is responsible for this is going to be part of the problem. Okay. Well, I assume you want me to go down to the scary basement, do you? Quickly top up my fuel. And nope, can't unlock that. So, a little confused, actually. If I head out of the lighthouse, maybe there's something else going on elsewhere on the island. Spooky tunes are occurring. Now, I know the goo came from the boat before, but it was also in my house, so let's check out the house. No spooky goo in here. Anything in the tool shed? Oh, yes, so I can now... I've got these extra sacks, which I can use as the counterweight. Lovely. I don't know if I have a rope to attach them with. That might be in the tool shed. Yep, so some rope here. Okay, I've just got to fix this for myself then. Although I am mildly freaked out by the presence of whatever goo creature this is. Also, my running speed's been reduced because I'm carrying so much heavy stuff, which is a nice little touch inventory-wise. So back in, and I guess we have to rig this up from the top if I don't get murdered by mysterious goo in the meantime. Right, rope here. We'll need to, if I get my, I guess I can tie this on with my apparent knot tying skills, and then I guess we'll have to head down the bottom to attach the counterweight. I assume I can't just winch it up to the top and then attach it there. Although I can't intrinsically see why, but I've climbed down now, so too late. Oh yeah, there we go. And that isn't tied on. Do I need multiple bags? Of course I do. Back in a mo. Open the bag hatch, retrieve another bag. Can't retrieve more than one at a time, which is helpful. So plop down the second bag. I bet we need a third. Yep. I get that this is meant to represent the repetitive loneliness. Ooh. Okay. What? Some kind of giant cricket creature has mauled me to death. Am I supposed to run away from it? I guess I am. Oh! Okay. This is not... Okay, frankly, this is getting to be quite annoying busy work. So I have to control this guy in like a second-person perspective to sort of try and avoid this creature before it eats me, and I'm not entirely clear on whether I'm supposed to get to the lighthouse or back to my house. The house would seem more sensible. That screaming noise is getting on my nerves, as is the giant flea creature trying to eat me. As long as my sprint meter doesn't run out. In we go. Okay, that didn't work. So I seem to be able to outrun this thing if I go to the right. Otherwise I get my face eaten off. Maybe if I can dodge around this rock and sort of slow it down and head towards the house. Okay. I'm in the house. The giant evil creature is not in the house. That is a positive state of affairs. I'm not entirely sure why the giant evil creature came to eat me, and this game lost all its subtlety in one fell swoop. But yeah, I don't know whether I can leave the house now. I need to get the lighthouse going, so I'm assuming I'm going to have to leave again. And no evil creatures quite yet. Let's head back towards the bag store. I was quite impressed with this game's setup and its subtlety, and I thought it was going to be kind of neat psychological horror. But the oil was a bit of a warning flag, and the giant flea creature coming to consume me is basically just coming down to we watched an episode of Doctor Who and made notes. So third bag duly gathered, we can plop that down there, and I assume attach them to the rope? Aha, I just have to manually attach them. There we go, we have ourselves a counterweight, so let's get this winched up to the top. Okay, so that's fully winched up, and now let's get ourselves up to the lamp. There's some kind of nonsense going on here. Some kind of creatures flown up here. I guess if we head out onto the... No, we can't go out onto the... Oh. Yeah, moths. Giant moths seem to be smashing into the lighthouse. I mean, understandable. That is kind of what they do with light, but it's not ideal, really. Can I get rid of them? Can I have to go outside and... Is there any kind of tool? No, I can't leave the lighthouse enclosure, so I just have to watch them. Ugh. Okay, they are really coming in thick and fast now. This reminds me of the scene with the Smorgs in Paper Mario 2. Oh dear. I don't like this at all. Can I get out of here, please? No, apparently not. I don't feel like this bodes well for the future of the lighthouse. Shoot. Oh. They seem to be clearing. Well, that's something. Okay. Right, well... Okay, the lamp's gone, and I don't quite know why, because I just refueled it. And I still can't leave. Oh, there's some kind of noise coming from downstairs, and I can't get out of here. Okay. Right, so... as we stare out of a window onto torrential rain, the same view I have from my own window here in Digital Wilds HQ, I think this is a good time to leave that off there. We've got the gist of Nobody Lives Under the Lighthouse. Apparently a ghost does live under the lighthouse, so it's a misnomer, but I appreciate the effort they've gone to. It's an interesting game. I think it possibly leans too much on its aesthetics and its audio to disguise the fact that as a horror game, it is not terribly subtle. I think the moth scene was quite effective. Being chased by the giant creature was just baffling and really not a great way to build tension. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. I like the setup, that you're an abandoned lighthouse keeper and creepy stuff is happening on the island. I feel like it would need to uncover a dark history of the island to feel like it was fleshing out the story as much as I'd like. But I think I got this for like £1.59. Might have been in a sale, but even if not, it would be under £10. And I think it's worth a go. If this is your sort of thing, and I do quite like this. I know for a while we were talking about retro games were all sort of SNES style 2D stuff. I actually quite like, and I know that early 3D was very ropey. I think it had a kind of stylistic beauty to it that I think is quite nicely replicated in this game. So. With oil patches on the floor and the chest only half unlocked, I think this is a good time to leave it here. We'll have a look at our pixely lighthouse keeper's face, swaying to and fro from all the rum that he drinks to keep away the demons which have sent him out here into this godforsaken rock. And I'll leave it there. If you'd like to help the channel grow, you can subscribe to Digital Wilds. If you want to back us on Patreon, I am there at patreon.com/digitalwilds. And if not, then I'm sure I will see you for some video in the future. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.